Good afternoon, Lava family. This is Jason Freeman wishing all of you a peaceful Juneteenth, and I hope everybody made it home safely after last night. I'm still admittedly buzzing from all the energy and synergy, and I really want to thank Barry and Jerry and Brian again, and all of you for the effort that was put into gathering and sharing last night. I also wanted to thank Noel for his critical questions, and I hope to do them justice. What to look for in someone who's struggling and what to do when they are. In offering these thoughts, please consider not only how they apply to others, but how they might apply to you. Invisible issues are hard because they're not obvious to others, and therefore, because the stigma that the uninitiated and the ignorant attach to them, they make them very difficult to talk about. We mentioned some of these last night. Brain injury, sports concussion, addiction, and other mental health challenges are very powerful examples of these invisible injuries. Telltale signs are hard to pick up, especially at a distance, unless you're very intent on seeing them and you're paying attention. A simple way of considering whether someone is struggling or in harm's way is Thomas Joiner's ABC model of risk. It stands for aloneness, burdensomeness, and capacity for suffering. These ABC warning signs are hard to notice, but if someone you know or you are withdrawing, pulling back, or disengaging relative to who you know them to be or who you yourself are, this aloneness is very helpful to acknowledge and point out. This is an example, quite simply, of see something and say something. Burdensomeness, the B, is also hard to see, but if you hear comments or suggestions like, I don't want to bother anyone, it's better if I don't go, or you or the world are better off without me, these are very important signs to listen to and then again say something. Last, the C is capacity for suffering. Again, hard to notice or reduce in our group. We've been bred, coached, and trained for it. It's even been rewarded. Be alert if someone you know, especially in our family, is making plans to offload possessions or assets in a sudden or impulsive way. And if they happen to be caregivers, check in with those caregivers to make sure that they're also making time to take care for themselves. Ask them in your own way to be specific about how they do it. Leaning into this second of Noel's questions, what to do, ironically, sharing suffering is probably the best way to validate it, to feel seen and be heard, and actually flex our capacity to endure the suffering in the first place. We're working regularly with our current players on practicing how they flex that vulnerability muscle. As men, as football players, and particularly our black and brown football players, we're coached repeatedly to keep it tight, stay tough, and show no cracks in your armor. And it's exactly the wrong message. You've known this. In the safe and private moments of the locker room, many of you confided in your brothers, your support systems, who've shared and lived those challenges alongside you. It's the openness that strengthened and didn't weaken your stress tolerance. A core mission and meaning of Lava is to dispel the myth that silence is toughness. Encouraging openness and connection, affirming the strength and toughness that is required by sharing and vulnerability is the way we're going to fight stigma, shame, and silence. And you've always had a role in doing this. And there's no better time to develop these muscles to do this for each other than now. When you or someone you know is struggling, say something. Last night, we talked about reaching out to the people in your group chats. Check in with them, let them know they're on your mind. Share experiences of last night. Hopefully it'll breed connection. And then it really can be as simple as a follow-up text or a follow-up call saying, no, I really want to know how you're really doing. You can also be more sophisticated by initiating your own vulnerability first. Last night, we took the opportunity to share stories and even tell some stories on each other. Jerry's always game for that. I'm grateful to him. Tell stories about yourself. Model what you hope others will do. You take the risk first, show them you have the strength to do it, and you validate and show others that they're not alone, and you're saying basically, I see you and I hear you. They're not a burden, they're not alone, and it's your strength and their strength to develop your capacity to deal with suffering. Lastly, get trained. Most Lava Board members have participated in mental health first aid. It's typically offered free by local community service boards, and there's a short version now that's about an hour and a half long called AID, awareness, interaction, direction. Brian's become certified as a trainer. I plan to do so soon. It's typically free again, and it's really an exceptional step that any of us can take if we're interested in serving as mentors in Lava and our broad football family. Stay tuned for future short informational videos. If you have topics that you'd like to hear more about, I'm open to requests, but I definitely can't guarantee to put you on a do not call list by Jerry. Please do keep me posted if you're going to return to grounds. I'm open to texts, emails, calls, questions. I really look forward to staying connected with and serving all of you, and I'm really incredibly touched and grateful for the stories and the openness in the fellowship last night. Thanks again for the opportunity to continue to follow my love language of servanthood. Be well.